Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandala Akaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhyanamoolam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vedvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Chidanpana, Jai Gurudev. Welcome everyone on Zoom as well as at the center. We'll start with chanting first. Adhyaay 6, we'll chant Shlok 27 to 39. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Prashanta Manasam Yenam Yoginam Sukhamuttamam Upaiti Shantarajasam Brahma Bhutamakalmasham Yunjanaivam Sadatmanam Yogi Vigata Kalmashaha Sukhena Brahma Sansparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute Sarvabhuta Samatmanam Sarvabhutani Chatmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma Sarvatra Samadarshanaha Yo Mam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvam Cha Mai Pashyati Tasyaham Na Pranashyami Sa Cha Me Na Pranashyati Sarvabhuta Sthitam Yo Mam Bhajatyeka Svamasthitaha Sarvatha Vartamanopi Sayogi Mai Vartate Atmaupamyena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati Arjuna Sukham va yadi va dukham sa yogi paramo mataha. Arjuna uvacha yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samyena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchalatva sthitim sthiram chanchalam hi mana krishna pramati balavadridham tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva sutashkaram. Shri Bhagavan uvacha asanshayam mahabaho manodurnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate asanyatatmana yogo dushprapa iti me matihi vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayataha. Arjuna uvacha ayati shraddhayopeto yogachaleta manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kamgatim krishna gacchati kachinno bhaya vibrashti छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्रह्मणपति एतन्मे संश्रयं कृष्ण छेत्तुमर्हस्य शेषतः त्वदन्य संशयस्यास्य Chetana Yupapadyate. Om Tat Sat. Last time we did up to the 34th shloka, if you remember. And in the 33rd and the 34th shloka of the 6th Adhyaay, Arjun expressed his doubt. What was his doubt? His doubt was not in the teaching of the Shastras or in Bhagavan Krishna's Updesh. It was a doubt of his own ability in following the Updesh of Bhagavan Krishna. He said that his mind is so restless, chanchal, that how can it become stable? And why should it become stable? Because unless it is stable, it cannot experience the self. So he said that the mind is turbulent. Remember, the mind is tenacious, the mind is powerful. He used the word chanchal, pramati, balavat, dridham. And he said it is like the wind. It just blows away and from moment to moment you don't know where the mind is going. So in that case, is it possible even to restrain the mind? Is it possible even to keep the mind established in the self? So Bhagwan is answering Arjun's question in today's shloka. And it's a question that all sadhaks are also wondering how to keep the mind stable. And one more question Arjun will ask a little later also, which is even more pertinent, which is probably one of the biggest worries maybe of a sadhak, but we'll come to that question later. So let's start with shlok number 35 today. We'll chant it one more time together. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asanshayam Mahabaho Manodurnigraham Chalam Abhyasena Tu Kaunteya vairagyena cha griyate. Let's read the translation together. Sri Bhagavan said, the mind is restless, no doubt, and difficult to curb, Arjun, but it can be brought under control by repeated practice of meditation and by the exercise of dispassion, O son of Kunti. This is one of the most important shlokas for any sadhak, because unless this is understood in all its importance, no matter what sadhana you will do, it will not be fruitful. So this is the science, the art, the technique, everything is there in this shloka, and not only in this shloka but in two words of this shloka. So let's go to the meanings first. Mahabaho means mighty armed one. Bhagwan is using this epithet to address Arjun. Arjun, you are the mighty armed one. Mano, mind, the mind. Chalam is restless. Chanchal, chalam. Mano, chalam, mind is restless. Asanshayam, no doubt. Definitely, no doubt, no sanshay. Durnigraham, difficult to curb, difficult to control. Durnigraham. Tu, but. Griyate, can be brought under control. Difficult to control, but doesn't mean it's impossible. It's difficult, but it can be brought under control. How? Abhyasena, very important word. By repeated practice. Abhyas, by repeated practice. Cha, and. Vairagyena, dispassion, by the practice of vairagya, dispassion, detachment. And finally, Kaunteya, O son of Kunti. Mahabaho. Why does Bhagwan use this name for Arjun specifically in this shloka? Obviously, Arjun is a warrior. His arms are very strong. Mahabaho, arms are very strong. They have fought many wars. He has conquered many warriors, even Asurs. He has even engaged in a fight with Bhagwan Shiva. Did you know that? For me, this was something new. So in Mahabharata, there's a story that during their exile, Arjun undertakes severe penance. Okay, he does a lot of tapasya to please Bhagwan Shiva. Why? Because he wants to get Pashupat Astra from Bhagwan Shiva. So he does tapasya so that Bhagwan will be pleased with him, give him the Vardhan and give him the Pashupat Astra. Now, Bhagwan Shiva is not going to just give it like that. He is going to test Arjun's adhikar to get that astra. So what Bhagwan Shiv does, he appears as a hunter, Kirt. He appears as a hunter, and one asura, one demon comes, that demon's name is Mukasura. He makes that demon get disguised as a boar in wild thing, boar. And that boar attacks Arjun. Okay. Now Arjun being a warrior, he will fight. So now Arjun and the hunter, Kirat hunter is actually Shiva. So both of them release arrows, and both the people's arrows attack and kill the boar. Now whose arrow has actually killed the boar? So Arjun says, my arrow. And Kirat is saying, no, my arrow. So finally Arjun accepts that it is the hunter's arrow that has killed the boar. Shivji is pleased with Arjun's acceptance, humility, also his prowess, his strength, his courage, appears as Shiva in front of Arjun and gives that Pashupat Astra to Arjun. So now, why is Bhagwan Krishna calling Arjun Mahabaho here? To remind him that you are such a strong person. Not only you are physically strong, but you are also mentally strong, and you have managed to overcome even Bhagwan Shiva and please Shiva. So what is it for you to control the mind? What is it for you to control the enemies of the mind? Which are the enemies of the mind? Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, Rag, Dvesh. So he's reminding Arjun and inspiring Arjun that bhai, you can do it for sure. Now, in order to put Arjun at ease, now let's say I tell you to do something which is very difficult, okay? And you put forward your confusion or doubt, okay, will I be able to do it? See, this is a problem and this difficulty is there. Now you are telling me that, let's say. And if I tell you, no, what nonsense, you can do it now, or your excuses are all rubbish. So what will be your frame of mind? You will feel like, how does she know it is so difficult? So if I say, I agree with you, yes, I know it's difficult, but see, there is a way to do it. Then you also will be in a better frame of mind to accept what the teacher is saying, isn't it? And this is exactly what Bhagwan Krishna does right now with Arjun. So psychologically also, he has made Arjun become receptive to the solution of the problem that he is facing. What does he say? He echoes Arjun's words. Bhagwan says, Mano Durnigraham. Yes, Arjun, I know the mind is difficult to curb. Mano Durnigraham. Because it is very chalam. It is very restless. It is very chanchal. I agree with you. Why is the mind so chanchal? Why is the mind going to continuously jump from things to things? Because of prarabdha. Because of prarabdha, we have got certain situations in our life and the mind will keep jumping from one to the other, making it itself restless, So sometimes even with lot of willpower, with lot of effort, maybe for a little while we'll be able to make our mind still, yes or no? But after some time, again, the mind goes off by itself. Okay, this is prarabdha. So, but Bhagwan says, take here, it is difficult, but grihate, it can be brought under control. So, when you do the correct sadhana, when you do the correct training, you are able to have mastery over the vrittis which arise in the mind. See, the correct training is required. If you want to train to chant the Bhagavad Gita, it's a training, right? You just cannot do it like that. But in order to chant the Bhagavad Gita, if you start training by doing cardio, there's no connection, right? So the correct training is required for the correct solution. So Bhagwan says, if you have the correct technology, the correct abhyas, the correct practice, it is possible to bring the mind under control. And what is this correct technique? Abhyasena cha vairagena. By practice, by repeated practice, abhyase. By the exercise of dispassion, vairagya. With these two things, you will be able to. Now this is very, very important for all of us. Because we are also trying for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, we are not able to control the mind. Now, maybe earlier, this is not the first time we are doing chapter 6. We have done it at least 3 times before. But we could have still not been able to apply Abhyasena cha Vairagyen. Maybe at that time, we were not spiritually mature enough to do it. But I think now, if you apply this, everyone will be able to bring their mind in their own control. Okay? Now the important thing is, it is not Abhyasen or Vairagyen. It is Abhyasen cha Vairagyen. Both. The sadhana is a combination of both of these sadhanas. So what is Abhyas? Abhyasena means by Abhyas. So what is Abhyas? Whatever spiritual practice, sadhana, you take up, you have to do it constantly. Means not just during the summer vacation, or not just because you have some free time today. It has to be done constantly over a period of time, and it has to be done joyfully, not like a kantala, not just because I am saying to do it, because you want to bring your mind under control. You want it. It is your goal. So when it's your goal and you're doing it for your own joy, then it becomes a abhyas, which will continue. Otherwise, after some time, with kantala, you will obviously drop it. So which kind of sadhanas would this include? Everything like jap, nam smaran, part, chanting, even regularly attending satsang. Satsang means attending, not like this on Zoom. Attending means attending here. And then swadhyay, then what else would be? Even puja, even vrat, all these things are abhyas. If you do it joyfully over a period of time, it becomes a practice. Pranayam also. Basically, whatever sadhana you do that can make the mind withdraw from sansar and stay in the silence of the self. So that is the criteria. Different people will find that different things help them to move away from sansar and abide in the self. So whatever you do like that will be called abhyas, if it is continued regularly over a period of time. So let's see what exactly happens when, let's say, now all of us, we do Guru Mantra. So let's take that example, okay? Because that is one common sadhana that everybody here is doing. So when you repeat a particular mantra over a period of time, when I say over a period of time, I'm talking about thousands of times. You know, to make a mantra siddha, you have to chant it at least 1.25 lakh times. Sawa lakh times. Then the mantra becomes siddha. So when you chant it like this over an extended period of time, thousands of times, the rhythm of the mantra, the bhava of the mantra, it gets ingrained, etched into our antakaran. Have you found that? If you have tried, it's just automatic. It's like a default setting, we call it. We always refer to it as default setting. Now, you'll find that this rhythm, this bhava, it makes the mind peaceful. While chanting, it makes the mind peaceful. Have you ever observed that? Is it valid for you? Okay. So when this happens, when the mantra is able to make your mind calm and peaceful, then you are doing japa abhyas. That is called japa abhyas. Now, if the mantra, which is the case in all of you, if the mantra has been given to you by the Guru as a Guru mantra, Because people can chant without getting Guru mantra. So if the mantra has been given to you as a Guru mantra, it has an additional potency. What is that? The Guru never gives the mantra without it having been the Guru's abhyas also. So the mantra carries with it the seed of the Guru's experience with the mantra. The seed of the Guru's spiritual experience comes along with that mantra. So now, when the Shishya is chanting this mantra, and he is chanting it with the Shraddha that that mantra needs to be chanted with, then what he is doing is, very nicely I read this somewhere, he is watering the seed of the Guru's practice. And he's watering the seed of that Guru's practice, and over a time what will happen is the mind becomes completely Shuddha and ready for the final experience that we are all looking for. So this is the practice of abhyas. So now, why has it become not Siddha yet? What is the difficulty in practicing abhyas? All of you all know it. It's difficult to keep the mind still. It's difficult to keep the mind steady. Why? Because there is so much distraction. So much distraction. Our mind is preoccupied with so many things of samsara. So you have your job, you have your family, you have the running of the house, you have relationships, so many things going gargar inside. So it's difficult to keep that mind steady and silenced. So what we do, we use willpower. We try to use willpower. Now using willpower automatically is contrary to the whole practice, because willpower means now you are focusing on the willpower instead of allowing the mind to completely surrender. So that also doesn't work. For a while it is okay, then after some time that willpower is also of no use. So what is that method by which no matter what is going on around us, we can make our abhyas successful? And that's where the cha part of this comes in. Abhyasena cha vairagyen. You have to first have vairagya established. Without vairagya, abhyas is very, very difficult. We don't have vairagya. So, what is vairagya? Again, just as we understood what is abhyas, we need to understand what is vairagya. See, just think, every time you have tried to sit with your eyes closed, outside everything you have shut it out. But inside, vrittis are rising more and more rapidly, yes or no? Everything, all your professional life, your social life, your this life, your family life, your children, the running, everything is going on. Our vasanas, our memories, our grudges, all that stuff is continuously rising. And they are hijacking our mind with thoughts, with emotions, etc. So vairagya of all this has to be perfected before you can take up abhyas. So first vairagya, this detachment from all this preoccupation, then only abhyas can become siddha. So what exactly is vairagya and how can we practice vairagya? Do we have to leave our house? Do we have to leave our work? Do we have to leave our family? Do we have to leave our friends? What is vairagya? Because people think vairagya means taking sannyas. So for me, vairagya is samaj. Understanding. What do I have to understand? If I understand everything correctly, Vairagya will automatically happen. What do I have to understand? 1. Whatever I am perceiving with any of my sense organs, sight, smell, taste, hearing, feeling, whatever, means all vishais, whatever I am experiencing or perceiving with my senses is not the truth. First and foremost, it's not the supreme truth. That has to be understood properly. Therefore, this entire material world, which appears to be real, is not the reality. Once you get that nishtha, then things become easier and easier to practice. Right now we are convinced what I am experiencing is real. How can it not be real? I am seeing it, I am touching it, I am feeling it, I am hearing it, I am smelling it, I am tasting it. How can you say it's not real? But that samajh has to come. Okay? Now, right now everything is real, and all these so-called real things, material world, is giving me sukh. All this is giving, you are getting sukh from your house, you are getting sukh from your profession, you are getting sukh from your clothes, you are getting sukh from your food, you are getting sukh from all these vishais. But the vishay, which is not real, cannot give you a real happiness. So the sukh that you are experiencing from an unreal thing can only be an unreal happiness. And we are running after unreal happinesses, if such a thing, word can exist. So then what is real? The only thing that is supremely real is Atma. And the only thing that can give us supreme real happiness is the bliss that we experience in the self. This understanding, this nishtha, this firm conviction of just what I have said, if that becomes established in your mind without doubt, then the outside world can no longer have any attraction for you. Would you agree with me? It's logical, completely logical, right? So now, no attraction by this unreal vase, this unreal chocolate cake, this unreal gold, this unreal diamond, this unreal whatever. It's unreal. I know it's going to give me some temporary sukh for a while, and in that while experiencing that temporary sukh, we have understood there are so many other dukhs already involved at the same time. When you understand that, and the world of material objects no longer has any attraction for us, then the mind becomes free from the grip of like and dislike. It becomes free from rag and dvesh. It's like immaterial to me. It's there or it's not there. My mind is no longer running. My mind is no longer attached to those vishais. Would you agree with me? Does it make sense? So when it's no longer running, what does it become? Still, exactly. It becomes still. So see, it is possible. It is difficult, Bhagwan says, but it is possible if you have the right technique. Abhyasena cha vairagena. So, this stillness and this silence with the rested mind, when that happens and everything becomes calm, the self reveals itself. The self reveals itself, because बीच में कोई obstacle नहीं है. There is no viksheप, there is no mal, there is no avidya also gets cancelled. The light switch comes on, darkness goes, knowledge replaces ignorance. So it is possible. But be careful. There is one thing that will prevent you from experiencing this. Till you find sukh in your material objects, till you find sukh in your material experiences, you will not develop vairagya. And if you don't develop vairagya, you cannot do abhyas. And if you don't do abhyas, you cannot what? Experience the self. Right? So how to experience vairagya? How to develop vairagya? Simple. First and foremost, most important, starts with satsang. Satsang, as I will keep saying, though we have all this modern technology of streaming and Zoom and YouTube and videos available, satsang means being in the sang of the sant, being in the sanidhya of the Guru. Important. That is the meaning of satsang. So it starts with satsang, where you will be doing shravan. Shravan, you know, listening. Not enough. Satsang, shravan. After shravan, manan. Exactly. If you just come for satsang, but you don't do shravan, is it possible? It is possible. You can come for satsang and not do shravan, because your mind could be wandering here and there. So one is to come for satsang. Then you have to do shravan. Not enough. After that you have to go back and do manan. What is the benefit of doing manan? If this follows manan, then your manan is successful. If this, what I am going to say, does not follow manan, then your manan is still incomplete. So after doing manan, vivek should arise. The correct understanding. Vivek should arise. If vivek is not arising, that this is sat, this is mithya, this is asat, if that is not happening yet, that means manan is not yet happening properly, completely. So vivek has to arise. And once vivek comes, develops, now I know what is sat, now I know what is asat, now I know what is mithya, I know all this, then what? I will stick to sat, I will leave asat, I will leave mithya. So after vivek comes, vairagya. Why vairagya hasn't still arisen in us? Because vivek has not arisen. Why vivek has not arisen? Because manan is not happening properly. Why manan is not happening properly? Maybe shravan is not happening properly. Maybe sanidhya of sant is not happening enough. So you have to see, go back, where you need to tune up. Once vairagya sets in, then your abhyas will become successful. You will be able to sit with your practice without your mind wandering here and there. So after vairagya, abhyas. After abhyas, over a period of time, you will be practicing nidhi dhyasan. You will be established in the self. And only after nidhi dhyasan can you expect a paroksh anubhuti. So you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps are there. Starting with satsang, ending with aparoksh anubhuti. Now you have to see where you need to buck up. I will repeat: satsang, shravan, manan, then say vivek, then vairagya, then abhyas, then nididhyasan, then aparoksh anubhuti. So see, so beautifully the technique is just handed over to us. It's handed over to us on a platter, and there are millions of people. You have got this now. So you need to do something by getting it. You have to put it into practice. Vairagya also is of two kinds. One is that, see, when we come for satsang, we shravan, we do little shravan, we do little manan, little vivek also starts, coming. This is good, this is bad, this is worth keeping, this is not worth keeping. Okay, I think I must reach this goal. I must leave everything. I must develop vairagya. And you feel inspired. Yes or no? You're all inspired, na? I must develop vairagya. Now, some strong feeling comes, no, I should not be attached to whatever it is, food or this or that or possessions or whatever it may be. And so I must go towards my goal. I must go towards my goal. He probably doesn't even know what is the goal. He probably doesn't even know what is Bhagwan. But he wants to go towards Bhagwan. Yes or no? It happens in the beginning, right? So this kind of vairagya, because you want to go there, you feel it is correct, you feel you should be doing it. So this kind of vairagya is called Karan vairagya. For a Karan you are doing it. So this Karan vairagya is little dhila, is temporary. When that Josh comes in you, I will do 10 days, 15 days, then 16 days someone gives you batata, it's finished. So like that. So it's temporary. It's also based on emotions, isn't it? You see a beautiful sunset, you hear a beautiful bhajan, you go to a temple, you are taken up by the vigraha. This is what I should do, this is what I want. And you get that vairagya in it. But after some time, we must have all experienced this. And as you also said, Shmashan vairagya. Somebody has passed away, your dear one. What is the use of this life and this and that and all that. Garud Puran, they will recite to you, then you will say, I don't need this, I don't need that. But then, after 13th day, all that also goes. If at all it lasts for 13 days. But there is also possibility that when this Karan vairagya arises in you and you have the ability to become aware of it and you take it up at that moment and don't let it go down, you can convert it into permanent vairagya. But for that, lot of awareness is required and a lot of restraint is required also. So then, the second type of vairagya is possible. We call that Vivek Purvak Vairagya. Vairagya based on Vivek, not on emotion. It is also called Vidvat Vairagya, based on knowledge. Vidvat. This vairagya is the kind of vairagya that we are talking about. Based on Vivek, based on Manan, based on Shravan, based on Satsang. Then only it will lead to Abhyas, Nididhyasa, Aparoksh, Anubhuti. And of course, liberation, that Mukti. Okay? It is based on knowledge. Knowledge, or we call it Vivek. So what knowledge? The knowledge that whatever I am perceiving is not real. Therefore, the sukh that I am getting from my experiences, the sukh that I am getting from the Vishayas is also not a real one. The only thing that is real is Atma. Therefore, the only real happiness is the happiness of being established in the Atma. This knowledge, if you get, your Vairagya will become successful. So that's where you have to work on. Then, no Vishay, no person, no circumstance, no object, nothing will stick to you. Detach. Others right now, what did we use? Fevi stick. All Vishayas We have put fevi-stick in our mind and we are stuck with all these wishes and we think, oh wow, I feel so happy, my life is going so beautifully. Sometimes I feel, na, we talk of dukh ke panch labh. We talk, na? Sometimes I feel when dukh comes in our life, it's a blessing. Because only sukh, why you will ever think of going anywhere beyond that? So this dukh nullifies that fevi-stick, which we are stuck with all the wishes and all our happiness is dependent on this happening and that happening. So Vedanta has a very nice example for explaining this abhyas and vairagya. So let us say there's a river is flowing down the mountain. So as it's flowing downwards, it will have a strong current, right? And it will just flow down wherever, unstoppable, till you put up a dam. Now, you put up a dam, the force of the water will be very strong. It will break the dam, right? So what they do is they put a dam, but then they cut a channel so that the water can be used in the correct places, agriculture, factory, industry, here, there and the other. So now the flow of water is coming, it is not getting wasted into the ocean, it is being channelized by putting a dam up. So the river is the flow of the mind. The thoughts. What is mind? Bundle of thoughts, nothing else. So this river is our mind and it's flowing like with top speed. The dam is vairagya. And now it has restrained it. But what to do? If you don't cut the channels, it will break that vairagya, which you have all experienced, and it will keep getting flowed down. So we have to cut a channel into our sadhana. So that's cutting in that thing, that channel is, we are channelizing the flow of thoughts into abhyas. Dam is vairagya, channel is abhyas, river is mind. Can you understand that? Make a nice drawing in your book. Now, when we started this shloka, we said Bhagwan called Arjun what? What was the name? Mahabaho. Mighty armed one. But he again addresses Arjun at the end of the shloka with Kaunteya, son of Kunti. Here, first he inspires Arjun with Mahabaho, motivates him, tell him, you can do this, you must do this is easy, this is the way to do it. But at the end, there he brings in a little bit of softness. Arjun is son of Kunti, Kaunteya means son of Kunti. Kunti is the sister of Bhagwan's father. So Arjun and Krishna are cousins. So there is a bond, a familial bond. And here Bhagwan Krishna probably feels that let me bring in that personal touch. Bete, you can do it. See, you can inspire, you can be strict, you can, and then that little bit of personal touch, that little bit of love, that Kaunteya, you can do it, Baba. Sometimes they say, Baba, you can do it, don't worry about it. So this shloka is inspiring also, it's also bringing in that personal touch. You must do it. Bhagwan Krishna is feeling responsible for my cousin Arjun. Baba, you must get this supreme knowledge. I'm here, I'm going to support you. Kaunteya. So nice. Mahabaho, Kaunteya. Two different emotions brought out, but just by the change of the name. So this is an extremely important shloka because you have got perfect step by step by baby step technique of how to reach your goal. Let's go to 36. Let's chant it first. Asayyatatmana yogo dushprapa iti me matihi vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayataha. Yoga is difficult of achievement by one whose mind is not subdued by it. However, one who has the mind under one's control and is ceaselessly striving, it can be easily attained through practice. Such is my conviction, guarantee. Bhagwan, not my guarantee, Bhagwan's guarantee. Take the meanings. Me, mine. Matihi, conviction. My mati, my conviction. What is the conviction? Iti, that yoga or union with the self or restraint of the mind, whichever way you want to see it. Dushprapa, difficult to achieve. Dushprapa. Bhagwan is again saying, yes, I know, Kaunteya, I know it is difficult to achieve. By who? Asayyatatmana, by one whose mind is not subdued. If your mind is not subdued, Baba, yes, correct, it is difficult to achieve. 2. But Shakyo, it is possible. Shakyo, it is possible. Avaptam, easily attained. It is possible to be easily attained by who? Yatata, one who ceaselessly strives. Yatata, if you keep trying, abhyas, if you keep doing, you will attain it. And who else? Vashyatmana, one whose mind is under control. Vashme aya, Atma, Vashme. How? Upayata, with the practice described above. Now already in the previous shloka, Bhagwan has given the whole practice, upayat. He has given the upay of silencing the mind. But maybe Arjun didn't get it completely. Or maybe Arjun he took it little lightly. Or maybe Arjun was not yet convinced about it. So that is why he is repeating it in this shlok also. And he is saying, Me mati, it is my conviction, don't take it lightly. I am telling you for sure, this is going to work for you. Now Arjun, you please listen to what I am saying. What is the sadhana? Abhyas and Vairagya. Both have to happen. Which has to happen first? Vairagya. Vairagya will enable Abhyas. So block the mind first from going outside. How will you block it? How will you block it? Through vivek, through samaj, through understanding, through making the vishayas important to attract the mind towards them. By realizing these vishayas are not real, they are temporary. They are temporary. Excuse me. The vishayas are temporary, so whatever sukh they are giving is a temporary sukh. Samaj. So block the mind with this samaj from going outside, and once dam. And once that dam is there, the flow of the mind is not going out, redirect that mind into the self. abhyas. So, what is the most critical thing here? To develop vairagya. And you know the steps that will lead to vairagya. Vivek, Manan, Shravan, Satsang. Going backwards. The point Bhagavan is making here, the importance of vairagya. You may be doing lot of abhyas. You may be doing lot of jap. You may be doing lot of vrat. You may be doing lot of chanting. You may be doing lot of part, whatever. So many different abhyas you may be doing. But if that vairagya is not yet established, then slowly your mind is leaking out from your abhyas. Are you getting it? Though you will get punya for all that abhyas you are doing. You will get punya for your vrat. You will get punya for your chanting, your puja, your this and that. But not yoga, meaning not union. That's why Bhagavan says it is dushprapa, difficult to attain yoga. Dushprapa. You will get punya. You might go to Swarga also, but you will not get mukti. So if your mind is not subdued, asanyat atmana, mind is not subdued and it will become difficult, dushprapa. So what do we have to do? Bhagavan is saying, but undoubtedly, shakyo vaptum upayata, undoubtedly, definitely you will get if your mind is under your control. Which is that word? Vashyatmana. If your mind is under your control, 1. 2. Yatata. You are striving constantly. 3. Vasna kshaya. Your vasanas are destroyed. And 4. Your purusharth needs to be strong. It has to overcome prarabdha karma. How do you translate purusharth? What word can you use in English for purusharth? Action. Okay. What else? Purusharth. What word can you use for purusharth? How would you translate purusharth?
Effort, self-effort.
Exactly, self-effort. So purusharth, self-effort. Self-effort can be of 3 kinds. So you may be doing a lot of effort, but what kind of effort are we doing is important to also understand. Unfortunately, you could be doing a lot of things, effort, but it could be doing in actions which are nishedh karma, which are not prescribed or prohibited by the Shastras. So that is not the kind of self-effort that we want to do, not that purusharth. Second kind of purusharth, we could be doing all this, jap, mantra, this, that, part, vrat, yatra, all that. But not in karma yoga bhav. So then that purusharth will take you to Swarga. It will give you punya, but it will not give you mukti. So that's the second kind of purusharth. And then there's the third kind of purusharth, where you are doing everything with abhyasena cha vairagyena, vasanas have gone, and that will take you towards mukti. So you have to see, where are my efforts going? Because it takes a lot of effort also to do all this sadhana, coming to satsang, this, that. It takes effort. But is your effort taking you towards that final goal is what you need to examine. What will enable you to do your sadhana so that it takes you towards mukti? One is vivek, karma yoga, vairagya, okay? what will enable you to be able to practice this Vivek, Vairagya and Karma Yoga? There is something you will need to have so that you will be able to do all this. Huh? Nishtha, Shraddha. If there is no Shraddha, then it's not possible. So what is Shraddha? See, I am really going deep into this. Okay, so what is Shraddha? Shraddha? What is Shraddha?
Unwavering faith.
Unwavering faith. In what?
In
In the Shastras, in the Guru, in the teachings. You cannot have conditional faith. This part I like, this part is not comfortable. Then surrender. That is not faith. That is not Shraddha. Shraddha is, what we say?
You said faith is belief pending.
Belief pending inquiry. You don't know everything about the Vedas. So pending that inquiry, you are surrendered. Okay? So, without Shraddha, do you think it's possible? This kind of, full Vairagya and all that, not possible, not possible. So what will happen when you will have this Shraddha driven Vivek and Shraddha driven Vairagya, then what will happen? Tattva Gyan will automatically come because there is no I left. You have surrendered your belief, you have surrendered your effort. Then there's no one little I which is saying, no, this is good, this is not good. This is I will do, this I will not do. That little I which nags you, no longer there. Shraddha, Samarpan. When no I is left, only Atma. So that is why it will lead to yoga. Alright. So such a person is called Jivan Mukt. When he will attain that Aparoksh Anubhuti. Okay? So what is to be developed? Unconditional Shraddha, which will allow you to experience Vivek and Vairagya. Now, you seem to be convinced, but maybe Arjun is not yet convinced. Or maybe somewhere in the doubt, when you will go home, one more doubt may come, one more question may come, one more confusion may come. So Bhagavan says, Arjun, you only ask that question right now, so that no other doubt remains. Let's go to Shlok 37. Arjuna uvacha ayati shraddhayopeto yoga chaleta manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kam gatim Krishna gacchati. Arjun said, Krishna, what becomes of the aspirant who, though endowed with faith, has not been able to subdue his passions and whose mind is therefore diverted from yoga at the time of death, and who thus fails to reach perfection in yoga or God realization? Would you not be interested in knowing this? This doubt can come up. You have faith, but I have not got Aparoksh Anubhuti. So what will happen to me? Right? Take the meanings. Ayati, one who is not done enough abhyas. His abhyas is incomplete. Ayati. Upeto, who has Shraddha. He has Shraddha. But उसका पुरुषार्थ complete नहीं हुआ है. Ayati. Shraddha yopeto. He has trust the Guru. He trusts the Shastras. And what has happened is Yoga Chalita Manasaha. His mind is therefore diverted from yoga. Means he's gone off the path. Which path? Not spirituality, but of the mukti path. Aprapya. He has not been able to prapt is to get aprapya, not able to yoga sansiddhim, not able to destroy ignorance. He is not able to destroy ignorance. He has not had aparoksha anubhuti. Such a person, Arjuna is asking, Kam gatim, what will be his gati? Where will he reach? Will it be a good destination or a bad destination? Where will he reach? Gacchati. Kam gatim gacchati. What gati will he attain? Valid question? Very valid, right? So let's see how Arjun's mind is working. First and foremost, the first doubt was, Arjun's doubt was, not possible to control the mind. It is tenacious, it is turbulent, it is chanchal, it is restless, it's like the wind. Bhagavan said, yes, correct, you are correct. Mind is like that, right? Arjun then said, but is there any way to restrain this mind? Bhagavan again said, yes, there is a way. What is that way? Abhyasena cha vairagya. Vairagya. Possible. And with this, it is possible to be Jivan Mukta. Possible. Now, Arjun has this next doubt. The person has Shraddha. He has done his Purusharth, but the Purusharth is not enough, sufficient to take him to the last stage of the goal. So what will happen to such a person? So ayati, Purusharth incomplete. Shraddha yopeto, he's got Shraddha in the Shastras, in the truth, in the Guru also. But not reach the ultimate. So Shraddha also we have to understand. Where does Shraddha come? We have done earlier. Can you place this word Shraddha? Shat Sampati. Exactly. Shama, Dama, Uparama, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhi. Right? So when he says Shraddha here, I feel it is along with all the six Shat Sampati. Shraddha is not by itself. Because by itself is of no point. If you have the Shraddha, then only you will do Shama, then only you will do Dama, then only you will have Titiksha. Without Shraddha, Titiksha, impossible. Impossible. So when you say Shraddha, the person who has developed all six inner wells. Now, second thing, when you say one has Shraddha, but you don't follow the Updesh that is given, then what is that Shraddha? Then it is not Shraddha at all. So that also you can say, I have faith, but you're not doing anything with that, whatever is given. So that means you do not have faith. And if you have faith, then in what exactly do you have faith? So faith, they'll say, I have faith in my Guru. Whatever my Guru says, I have faith. But sometimes the faith is only in the Naam and the Roop of the Guru. That is not faith at all. Because Naam and Roop are not real. So what your faith is also not real. The faith has to be in the Updesh of the Guru, not in the Naam and the Roop of the Guru. So this is the kind of Shraddha we are talking about here. So this person, what kind of sadhak? So see, do you fit this? Do you fit this category? What kind of sadhak is Arjun talking about in this shloka? One, this sadhak has developed vivek. He has developed vairagya also. He is doing his purusharth also. he has the correct faith in the Guru as well as in the Shastras. He has developed all the Shat Sampatti. He's also got Mumukshutva. Because once you have Vivek, Vairagya and Shat Sampatti, Mumukshutva comes automatic. He is doing Shravan, he is coming to Satsang. He's probably doing some Manan, but not enough. But not enough. That is why Aprapya Yoga Sansiddhim, not experienced Aparoksh Anubhuti. Why has he not, where has the kami come? Where has the lapse come? Where is it incomplete? So Bhagavan says, Yoga Chalita Manasaha, distractions of samsara. He's doing, but bar he is getting distracted with other things. Acha, not only distracted by outside things, but also distracted by his own latent vasanas, which he has not destroyed yet. The vairagya is not complete. It could also happen that he is doing sadhana, everything nicely, sudden death, early death. It can happen any time to anyone. You are doing sadhana, सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है, aparoksh anubhuti is not come. But time has come. So that could also happen. Or he lives a long life. At the time of death, his faculties are so weak, he doesn't think of the mantra, doesn't think of God. Then also, he is not going to get mukti. So there are so many permutations and combinations which all need to fall into place. Such a person, such a sadhak, wants to know what will be the gati of such a person. That is Arjun's question. What will be the gati? Okay? Do you want to know?
Yes.
Valid. It is applicable to everyone. But Bhagavan is not yet answering in the next shloka. Because Arjun is so disturbing for him to think that he is giving one more shloka for that question. So let's finish Arjun's question. One more shloka I will do, 38. Let's read. Kachino bhaya vibrashtish chinna brahmiva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmana pathi. Krishna swerved from the path leading to God realization, and without anything to stand upon, is he not lost like a scattered cloud, deprived of both God realization and heavenly enjoyment? Understood? Not understood? You'll understand now. First take the meaning. Kachita. Kachita is just, there is no meaning to this word, it's just an expression of emotion. Are, like that, are, just trying to show the force of emotion that is coming out of Arjun. That is all. There is no meaning. Mahabaho, again, mighty armed one. Now who's speaking? Arjun is speaking. Vimudho, one who is deluded. Mood, we said mood. Vimudho, the one who is deluded. Brahmana pathi, on the path leading to God realization. Brahmana pathi, path. Apratishto, one who is without support. Apratishto, without anything to stand on. Ubhaya vibrashta, who has deviated from both paths. Is deviated from the sadhanas also and is deviated from the vairagya also. Both paths is deviated from. Na, that word is there, na. Does he not get ruined? Nashyati. Does he not get ruined? na nashyati. Does he not get ruined? Does he not get lost? Chinna brahmiva, like the scattered cloud. As I said, now Arjuna is speaking, and Arjuna is speaking to Bhagwan Krishna, and he is calling Bhagwan Krishna Mahabaho. In the earlier shloka, Krishna was calling Arjun Mahabaho. Now Arjun is calling Krishna Mahabaho. Why? Not giving him his medicine back. He is realizing his own weakness and doing all this abhyasena, vairagena. ये कहाँ क्या करूँगा मैं? He is understanding that, and he knows that Bhagwan Krishna is the ultimate Mahabaho. So he needs the support of Bhagwan Krishna. He says he's feeling lost. He's got no support. Bhagwan, with your Mahabaho, you hold me. You keep me on the path. Don't let me get scattered like the cloud. Don't let me fall. Don't let me have patan. If I don't do this and I don't get this also from both paths, if I fall, what will be my gati? Mahabaho. Hold me. That's my Mahabaho. So he's upset little bit. Arjun is little bit upset now. Krishna. And where is that Krishna? Inside. He's invoking his own divinity. Ki Atma, you help me. Hold me up. So his question is Vimudho, the one who is deluded. Who is a deluded? Which kind of deluded? He is an aspirant. He is on the spiritual path. He is doing everything, but somewhere the sadhana is not enough, or maybe he has lapsed. So sometimes it happens with sadhaks. They do sadhana, and something happens, some guests come to the house, some holiday happens, and then the japa gets lost, you lapse in your sadhana. So that is vimudho. He is deluded now because something else has taken precedence, something else has taken importance over my sadhana. And if something has taken importance over my sadhana, that means something of sansar has taken importance over my spiritual goal. That's what it means. The lapse means that. So that is why you are deluded. Vimudha. So, and why is this happening? Why has sansar ka vishay or situation taken precedence or more importance than my spiritual goal? Because somewhere I am still convinced I am still the body, mind, intellect. I am still not got the nishtha, aham brahmasmi, I am Atma. And if you are convinced I am body, mind, intellect, then your whole life, what will you be doing? You will be running after satisfying the needs and the greeds of the body. If you are convinced you are the body, then you have to satisfy the needs of the body. Needs of the mind, satisfy the mind, run after, giving boost to your intellect. So this is what Bhagavan means here by vimudho, deluded. And he was on the Brahmana Pati. He was on the path of Brahma. He was on the path of self-realization, but now he has fallen off that path. Why? Because his nishtha in his own self, capital S, is not yet strong, not established. He still thinks I am body. Their nishtha is still very strong. And sometimes he is on the path of Brahma, sometimes he is on the path of sansar, confusion, not sure. Sometimes this is important, sometimes this is important, that means confusion. And of course, he has not yet had aparoksh anubhuti. So what will his condition be? Apratishto. Apratishto. That is what his condition will be. No support. Neither any support from sansar, because it's unreal what support sansar will give you. And nor has he got the support of sadhana. So no support. Nothing to stand on. He is not doing the prescribed sadhana. He's not doing the japa that the guru has given. He's not doing the rites. He's not following the discipline. So, he's not even doing the puja. So, we had studied in chapter 9. Remember? The chapter 9, or where did we do? Yeah, in chapter 9 only. The votaries of gods go to the gods. The votary of mains go to the mains. That also you're not doing. So neither you'll go to Swarga, nor you'll go to Pitrulok. And of course you're not doing anything, so you will definitely not go to Moksha. So nowhere. You're nowhere. So when you're nowhere, Patan. So they had not realized the self. They are not going to mains. They are not going to Swarga. Then where they'll go? Where they'll go?
To hell.
Naraka. Naraka. That is there. So this is definitely a fear of Arjun. This is what Arjun's fear, and probably a fear that many of us should also have. Right? So
This Naraka is coming back.
Naraka means going to hell.
Hell first.
Finish all your,
Hell tasks.
repentance and everything, come back to earth. Come back to earth. But not necessarily as human.
Human.
Not necessarily as human.
Any human.
Anything. So neither plan A is what? Moksha. That should be plan A. If moksha is not happening, then maybe Swarga. Plan B. But ये plan A भी नहीं है. Plan B भी गया. No support. No support. Apratishto. So what will happen? He has deviated from both paths. That is abhaya vibhrashta. Deviated from both paths. Neither gone vivek vairagya mukti, nor going in towards the devatas. So what will happen to such a person? What will happen? So the deluded one dies without self-realization. Arjun says, and we should also ask ourselves, what will happen to us? Because we are thinking, right now we are busy, we have to look after the family, we have our job, we have our profession, we have to earn, we have this, we have children to look after, we have to do all this, but is there any guarantee that we will be there after retirement to do all this? What if there is sudden death, early death? And if we cannot do our abhyas and develop vairagya with all our faculties intact when we are young, body is strong, mind is strong, willpower is strong, understanding is strong. If we cannot do it with all this intact, as an old person dying in the bed, this is not working, that is not working, sight is not there, sound is not there, taste is not there. How will you do? How will you do? If you cannot fix your mind on your japa now, can you believe at 70 and 80 you will do? Not possible. Not possible. So that kind of person, Arjun calls Chinna Brahmiva, like a scattered cloud. Scattered cloud. Kuch purpose ही नहीं. What is the purpose of a cloud? There is a purpose. The purpose of a cloud, see, Bhagwan has not created anything without a purpose. The purpose of clouds is to produce rain. So let us say there is a strong wind and a part of the cloud separates. Now that small little cloud has not gathered enough moisture to create rain. He is purposeless. He is purposeless. He has no purpose. You are a cloud, but what is the use of you being a cloud? You are not producing rain. You are a scattered cloud. Our purpose, sadhana, we are also part of a huge cloud. The universe, the Brahma, we are Brahma. But we are allowing the winds of sansar to separate us from that. And our purpose for which we came here is to connect back to Brahma. That purpose we are not serving because we are separated. We have allowed the wind of sansar to scatter us into sansar. Just purposeless life. Purposeless because whatever we are doing as the purpose of our life has no purpose. We are running after temporary mithya illusions and calling that running after an illusion the purpose of our life. It's like having a dream that there is a big pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. Dream. And you are spending your whole life trying to find that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Purpose? Purposeless. Purposeless. And therefore our entire life is a scattered cloud. And that is exactly what we need to understand. The lost sadhak needs to find his purpose again. And do the correct purusharth. Do the correct purusharth. We are doing purusharth, but purusharth is not getting us anything. Neither it will take us to mains, neither it will take us to swarg, neither it will take us to moksha. God forbid, it should take us to naraka. So the entire purpose of human birth is lost. So, such a person is called yoga bhrashta. Yoga bhrashta. Your union is bhrashta. So, the question of Arjun, which should be on all our minds, what will be the gati of the person who has deviated from the path of action and also from the path of knowledge? Path of action means doing all these rituals, swarga. Path of knowledge is vivek, vairagya, satsampati, mumukshutva, aparoksh anubhuti. This is Arjun's fear. It is a valid fear. It should be our fear also. What will Bhagwan give? What upay will Bhagwan give? This is Arjun's fear. Is this fear valid? Is this fear not valid? That we will find out next Thursday. Next Thursday. Okay? But lot of food for thought, lot of introspection to be done. And it's becoming easier because you know at which step you may be faltering. Because you have those 8 steps. So go through those 8 steps and see at which step you need to brush up a little bit, polish it up a little bit, make it more pakka. And Bhagwan says it is possible. I am only not saying, Bhagwan is saying. And it is Bhagwan's mati, conviction, not just any old vain statement. Okay? Enough for today, right? Has he scared you? I have scared you. I am to saying it's possible. I have been saying it's possible for donkey's years. But now Bhagwan is saying it's possible. So at least believe him. Yeah.
Little question pertaining to this as well as your Guru Purnima is saying. Last time we said that the happiness is of different stages, so Gandharva stage and different lokas.
Yeah.
Are these all Gandharvas and Devtas and like even Vishnu, Brahma, Mahesh, whatever we call them, they're also not enlightened people?
No.
So they are also stuck somewhere in the
Yeah.
and we are expected to go about that.
Yeah. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Those are energies and we are part of Brahma. We are Brahma.
Fear.
We are already above.
Why am they above? I mean, they also were part of the same energy.
So why we are not? The same reason they are not.
They're stuck there.
They're stuck there. See what happens when you get lot of siddhis and lot of powers, you also get lot of abhiman for that. And all these devatas are all sakriya. They are doing things, no? Brahma doesn't do anything, Brahma only witnesses. The very fact that they are involved in action means they are not Brahma. Yeah, but still doing something, na? They are still sakriya. Brahma doesn't come and grant you wishes and all, na? So they are not Brahma. That is a direct understanding.
So, Anjali, we were discussing this in the car. Does that come under mithya? His lokas? Like Jagat mithya.
And why everything which is not Brahma
Is mithya.
is mithya. Okay? Don't worry. Why you worried about those things? We are not concerned with any loka. We want to go direct. We have got a direct route, and that's direct. We have to merge. That's it.
Ma, that day, this same thing when you, in the Sunday class, we said the same thing that if you think of me at the time of death, then you shall come to me.
Yeah.
We had discussed it in the Sunday class, and then Sandeep asked a question that in Bhagavad it is said that even if you don't think, but all the time you have thought of me, then I will come to take you.
We don't want to. That is again krama mukti. We don't want to go there.
That Kramamukti means that going to some
Loka.
loka.
So having an Ishtadeva also, and you think of the Ishtadeva.
Plan B. That's plan B.
That's plan B.
That's plan B.
That's mild death, right? That you
Yeah.
think of the
Plan B.
Ishtadeva.
We have to work for plan A. Plan B is there. That is what he is saying. That if I don't have this also, and I don't have that also, then I am like a scattered cloud. So at least have one. But don't be content with that one. Strive higher. Yatata. Keep striving. Keep striving. You may be sattvic also fully, but it's not the end. The thing is, don't be content with any happiness that is sourced from the world. Simple. Do not be content with that. Because that happiness is the happiness of a dream. Do not be content with that. Always say this is nothing. This is nothing compared to that. Remember, 1 unit, richest person in the world, 1 unit. Where are we? And your little sukh, what is it? It's less than 1 breadcrumb. Less than a breadcrumb of happiness.
This is saying that without any support in this particular, can you just elaborate?
Support, if you have been doing your rituals, if you have been doing your part, if you have been doing abhyas, if you have got an Ishtadev, you have been doing puja, then even if you have not got self-realization, you have got that. You will go to the Pitrulok, you will go to Swarga, you will go to your Ishtadev ka lok, you won't go to Narak. But you have deviated from that path also, and you have not yet got Vivek, Vairagya, Aparoksh Anubhuti. So neither this nor that, idhar bhi nahi, udhar bhi nahi, to idhar niche hi. There is no support.
So by no support means you go down.
Down, just like a ladder, both legs off, down only. Where else you'll go? Up to you cannot go, down only you'll go.
Gravity.
Gravity will take you there.
Graves.
Okay. ठीक है?
Ma, you said that they have siddhis and the pride of siddhis. So it's like these astrologers who can see future and all that kind.
No, that's nothing. Half of them are bunkers only, they're making it all up.
Yeah, okay.
चले? Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Should I pronounce? Jai Gurudev. God bless everyone. Yeah.